What's up, Heat family? It's your boy, BradHeat, and Happy New Year's Eve to everybody watching this today. But to anyone who's watching it on any other day, I hope you had an awesome new year, and I hope the start to 2016 is great. I don't care how bad your 2015 was, your 2016 can be better, I promise. And since today's New Year's Eve, I figured I would tell the story of New Year's. What happened to me last New Year's Eve. It was pretty crazy, so I figured I should share it with you. Now, okay, it was New Year's Eve. I was going to a party with my best friend Tyler. We were gonna go out, we're gonna have a good time, the typical New Year's Eve stuff, just get really drunk and have fun, right? Yeah, so that was the plan, but little did I know it was gonna swing so far away from that into something that I never even expected. I mean, not in my life. Okay, so let's get started. Here I am, we're at this party, we're having a great time, me and my friend Tyler, we meet up with some other people, some of our other friends, we're all just having fun, hanging out, and the night's going great. It's just a normal New Year's Eve night, everyone's having a good time, everyone's turned up, we're having fun, and then things get weird. Things get really weird really early on. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking amongst some people, and I look over and I see my ex-girlfriend, and that's not awkward in its own, because we're grown adults. There's no reason for there to be any awkwardness in that situation. So I see her and I just kind of brush it off. I'm like, okay, she's here, I'm here. We're both just trying to have fun on New Year's, who cares? And I'm having a good time. I'm having a great time. And then things get bad. I go up and I'm talking to this girl whose name I'm not gonna say, but really cute girl. I'm talking to her, we're having a good time, and all of a sudden I look over and I'm just getting a death stare, like I was terrified. From my ex-girlfriend, of course. She was just staring me down with so much hate, and I see her go outside and I'm like, oh boy, this isn't good, because when she drinks, she can't really handle her alcohol. So that happened, and then I'm like, fast forward 30 minutes, I'm outside talking to some other girl that's just my friend, like one of my friends. I'm talking to her, and all of a sudden I hear a very familiar voice screaming, and I turn over just in time to see one of those giant Limerita cans smack me in the side of the face. Like, she chucked it as hard as she could, smacks me in the side of the face. Like, none of it gets on me, luckily, but like, it all gets all over my friend. And so she keeps trying to come at me, and her friends are having to hold her back, and I'm sitting there like, what did it, because like, me and this girl, we have been broken up for a good, I don't know, like 7 months, something like that, I don't know. And so I brush it off. Her friend starts getting really mouthy with me, and she's like, you need to leave, you're causing so many problems. I'm like, one, this isn't your party, so shut up. Two, I'm here having fun. It's not my fault that she is being immature and drank too much and doesn't know how to handle something like this. And I'd been drinking, so the conversation gets a little more heated, and I call her some names. And about the time I called her some names, I look off to the right, and I see her boyfriend walking over, and her boyfriend is a big guy. Like, he's a big guy, and he definitely heard the conversation. So I'm just kind of standing there like, oh, this is not what I expected for New Year's. I was trying to have fun. Now I'm gonna get beat up, and it's gonna be bad. So he walks over and he's like, blank, I'm not gonna say her name, blank, go inside real quick. And she does, and she's got like this smug look, like, you about to get it tonight. And I was, oh no. I thought I was gonna get beat up, and he just looks at me. He's like, listen, man, I heard the whole conversation. He's like, I'm not mad at you or anything. Just try and stay away from them, and just try and avoid that situation. And I was so relieved, because I was like, oh, I thought this dude was gonna beat me up, but no, he's cool. And I was like, okay, cool. So fast forward to about 11:52 p.m. New Year's Eve. I'm talking to this cute girl again, and I have plans to kiss her on New Year's. I don't know why that's a thing. That was my plan, and I was gonna do it. And all of a sudden, some random dude never met in my life walks up to me. He's like, hey, are you Brad? I was like, yeah. And he's like, hey, blank ex-girlfriend is looking for you. She's in the bathroom. And I was so morally conflicted at this point, because I could either go talk to her and, try and calm her down, or I could just stay here and have fun. And, me and this girl dated for like a year and then some change. So I decided to be an adult and go talk to her about it. So I go and I wait outside the bathroom till like 11:58, and I'm sitting there like, well, I'm not gonna get a New Year's kiss now. And the bathroom opens and some dude walks out, and I'm like, wait, isn't someone in there waiting for me? And he's like, no, dude, I'm the only one in there, sorry. And so I walk over to some people. I'm like, hey, someone told me that blank is waiting for me in the bathroom. She's not in there. And then the owner of the house is like, oh, sorry, man, I saw you sitting outside of the bathroom. She's over in the other one. I was like, really? So I walk in to the other bathroom, and there she is. She's just sitting there on the floor, crying. She's a total mess. I'm trying to calm her down, like, listen, it's gonna be okay. Everything's fine. Chill out. Just relax. And, I'm trying to calm her down. It's kind of working. She's seeming to calm down. And then we hear people in the other room start to count down, like 10, 9. And I was like, oh gosh, no. I was like, no, the girl I was gonna, yeah, she's already probably with someone else, so there goes that. And then, before I can even, think of anything, blank, my ex, just grabs me and kisses me. And I'm sitting there like, whoa, what? And so that was my New Year's kiss, and it was kind of awkward. But things get even worse, because I was like, okay, cool. And she was really drunk at this point, so I was like, listen, you need to go home. Like, you're like, you can barely walk. And so I'm like, I'll take you home if that'll make you feel better. I was like, I'll drive you home and all this. And I told her I hadn't been drinking, but I was really drunk, but I regret that. I regret drinking and driving. But so she was like, okay. And her friends, of course, were like, no, he's not taking you, blah, blah. I hate him. I was like, okay, don't let me take her home. I'm just saying I'm trying to be helpful here. And they were like, and then Tyler was like, listen, my friend Tyler was like, listen, I'll ride with them. Nothing bad's gonna happen. And then they were like, oh, okay, if Tyler goes, I guess it's okay. And so I was like, what? Oh, whatever, I'm not even gonna worry about it. And so I look at Tyler, I was like, you're not really coming with, are you? He's like, no, dude, I'm staying here. I was like, all right, fair enough. And so we're driving home. I'm driving her home, and it's about a 20-minute drive. And we get in the car and we're driving, and all of a sudden, she puts her head on my shoulder, and I'm like, okay, she's drunk. I'm just gonna let it slide. And then all of a sudden she starts like kissing my neck, and like that's my weakness. Like I'm done at that point. And I was like, okay, what are you doing right now? And she was like, I'm sorry. I was like, no, it's cool, because like she'd been drinking and stuff, but I was like, I just don't want you doing something that you would regret or wouldn't normally do, that you're gonna later on wish you hadn't done. And she's like, no, I'm not even that drunk at this point, which actually turned out to be true. We had been driving around, and she actually sobered up a lot. And she was like, well, you can't drive me to my house, because if my mom sees your car, she's gonna freak out. And so I was like, whatever, alright, we'll wait at the church, we'll sit in the parking lot and wait for your friends, and they'll pick you up here, and then they can take you home. And it was all situated, and so we're just sitting in the parking lot talking about life and stuff, and all of a sudden she starts kissing my neck again, and like I tell her to stop, and next thing she puts her hand down my pants, and I was so morally conflicted. I was like, because I had been drinking, and I'm a man, so I was like, oh, do I do this, do I not do it? And I decided, I was like, you know what, no, I'm not doing it. And I honestly think that was the right decision, because I don't know, she might have been drunk, she might not have been, but I just didn't want to do it if she was. So I told her, I was like, hey, come on, like if you want to hang out sometime, we can hang out, just like I don't want it to be like this. And long story short, her friends come and pick her up, she says bye. Next thing I know, like a week later, we go to the movies and we have sex. Okay, story time over. Yeah. I haven't talked to her since then, so yeah, that's about it for that one. It's pretty crazy. I'm hoping tonight isn't near as crazy as that was, so pray for me guys. That's it for now. If you like this video, please show me some support. Give me a like, a comment, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. I got a lot more planned for the future, more than just Storytime too. I plan on getting more active and putting out more videos, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So for now, this is BradHeat, out.